So I really must learn to do my makeup before starting to do these. Oh my god, how rough do I look? Apologies. So this is kind of just a bit of a update really. I always say that, don't I? How dull. Sorry. So I am now at 26 weeks, which it is now racing by. Everyone says that it races by after kind of like the 20-week mark. Well, it kind of, yeah, definitely 20-week mark, like the last scan. When you get past the halfway point, that is it. And we're on kind of the downward countdown now to baby's arrival. So my weeks are actually greater than the weeks to it arriving. So we've got about 13 and a half weeks till due date now. Which is really exciting and really scary at the same time. I didn't think I would feel any different, but actually, when I got past the 24-week mark, I really did begin to change and feel differently. I don't think I consciously realised, but subconsciously, I think I was slightly holding back, because even though, obviously, past 12-week mark, everything's fine, things still can, unfortunately, go wrong. And so I think I was, not consciously, but in the back of your head, you're always still a bit like, oh, I don't want to get too excited just in cases. But past 24 weeks, I mean, God forbid it ever happened, but the baby's actually classed as viable. So should, you know, early labour occur, although don't get me wrong, it wouldn't be fantastic, and there may be other complications that you then have to deal with, babies can survive from that point with a lot of assistance. So I think I did actually visibly feel myself relax just a bit more, really, and allow myself to get more and more excited as to what is to come. I appear to have completely popped now. And given that it's January, the jokes of, oh, did you just eat too many mince pies at Christmas, is really beginning to wear thin. So as of next week, as we then, like the end of next week, we enter February, I'm hoping those jokes will then end. And those people who think they are the first person to have said it to me when they're probably the 6th in a day, you know, hopefully they'll subside. Activity-wise, it is on the move all the time. Even if it's not visibly kicking and squirming and you can't always feel it from the outside, it is always active, it seems. So whether this is a sign of things to come, it isn't keeping me up at night that much. It is moving, but it's okay. Like, I can still sleep. That's okay. Thank the Lord. At the moment, anyway, it particularly likes the electric toothbrush. So when I clean my teeth in the morning, it goes absolutely berserk. I tend to get a slight kick when my alarm first goes off in the morning, which is lovely because it's almost like you get a good morning. And Mark tends to kind of lean over and have a cuddle then as well, so he then gets to feel it often. So that's nice. It's almost as if they're saying good morning to both of us. The only thing that has been slightly disappointing, and I wonder whether it's a sign of things to come maybe, is there are times when I will go to bed and I'll be half awake. Or, you know, you're in that kind of, you're aware of things going on state, but not awake enough to talk or to, you know, respond or anything. When Mark then comes to bed, because I've always gone to bed so much earlier than him, and he'll often then get into bed and kind of cuddle up, like, beside me, and put his arm around the stomach to give the baby a hug as well. And the baby would have been going absolutely crackers until Mark puts his hand on my stomach. And you can always feel Mark kind of go, oh, like, not feeling it. Still can't feel it. And I wonder whether it is that is a sign of things to come. So it will be an absolute bugger for me in the day. But as soon as Daddy's home, that's it. It'll be an absolute angel. And be a complete and utter Daddy's girl or boy, whatever it is. So maybe that's a sign of things to come. But I just feel a bit bad because actually, as a mum, you feel. I didn't realise actually how much more you probably feel and connect with the baby more than the dad does before it arrives, because you're the one feeling it all the time. You're the one who's getting into understand its routines and what it does and doesn't like in terms of food. So when I eat pickled onions like I did at Christmas, yeah, the baby very definitely did not like them. Whereas orange juice it loves, and that kind of thing. And you can kind of, and that the electric toothbrush and things like that, you kind of get, I don't know, a picture of its personality in your head really. Whereas the dad doesn't get to get any of that. And the same as when we went to the midwife the other week, and the midwife was having a feel of the position of the baby, and I'd said exactly like where the baby was and had been all day and had been moving around. But as soon as the midwife touched, and she found her, I genuinely don't know. Everyone keeps calling it him, so it's now slipping. But the midwife found it, and you could almost feel the baby go rock solid statue, almost as if I stay really still, then she won't know I'm here, and she'll just go away, like. And as soon as she let go, that's it. It carried on again. So it's kind of one thing I'm kind of learning, which is a bit of a shame for Mark, really. But there's not really a lot more I can do about that. What else have we done this week? Big news. We have selected a childminder. We have been hunting for a little while now. My HR department actually recommended that I start looking while you've still got a clear head, was their recommendation. So rather than trying to do it when you've actually got a child, like when it's born, and you're trying to keep an eye on the child and speak to the childminder, and it's all distracted and you've got a bit of baby brain going on. I mean, I have a bit of baby brain now, but more, and like asleep. Do it now so you can actually have a proper look and a proper hunt around. But also they do get booked up. And I'll do a separate video on it. But yeah, as I found, yes, they do, because the amount of childminders that we spoke to. So ideally, we need a childminder from about now, it seems, February 2019. For those who are watching this long in the future, I am now filming this in January 2018. So it's over a year away before I'm going to need it. We started hunting probably back in November, and there were several childminders who had come recommended to me and I went and spoke to, who were actually booked until the September 2019. So it was then pretty much 2 years in advance by that point. So the gist of it was I should have booked the childminder before I even got pregnant. I think some of the complications are that obviously people are going by recommendations. We wanted someone that was local to us, but also because we need someone for a baby, the ratios and of the kids that they can then have change. But anyway, we did manage to find someone who was available. It came via recommendation, and we went and met her last week. So we both went along, didn't really know what to expect, didn't have a clue what the hell to ask. There was a lot of Googling on the way. And she seems really, really nice. She seems very friendly, but firm. It's a very homely environment. It's a whole dining room and conservatory that's been converted. She took us through their average day of an average week of what she does with the children, and there's a lot of stuff outside, which is great because I will be completely honest, that is probably where I lack. Outdoorsy activities are not my kind of thing unless it's in a shopping centre. Sorry, camera died. But yeah, either way, I'll do a whole separate video on childcare, as to why we picked her, what was important to us, what kind of questions we asked. So that's now in place, but it was really, really scary actually to be talking about kind of settling in days and me actually leaving the child. And I felt really weird about it. I didn't think I would. I didn't think I'd mind. I thought in my head I had it that I'll drop the kid off. Yeah, I'll go shopping for the day. Yeah, you'll be fine. I'll come and pick it up a bit later. Let's have a nice settling in day. Now I'll do it just for half a day, not a full day. I wouldn't be that mean straight away. But I actually felt a bit like, oh God, I've got to leave her for a few hours. Oh, I hope it'll be okay. And by that point, will it have been left on its own? Will it be used to other people? Will it be used to other children? Because although it has got an older sister, there's a bigger age gap, and Becky isn't with us all the time. So, what's the baby gonna think to having other children around? So it was all a bit, Other big news, we fly to New York tomorrow. I'm so excited. So we're actually leaving tonight. So I need to finish packing. Probably need to get off here and finish packing. And include all the other elements I've had to get today. So they have included flight socks I needed. Because I'm at high risk of DVT now. I had to get a letter from the doctor to say that I was fit to fly. I need all my medical notes to go in a suitcase as well. And it's all to do with comfort, really. So I'm trying to pack as much as I can to make the journey as comfortable and to ensure I can do the walking when we get there. But I will show you a really quick bump update. So this is Bambino. Very much out to the front now, getting rather large. But yeah, I better go and finish packing. Okay, so quickly just to run through what I will be packing in my bag for New York. Most importantly will be my medical notes, although I'm not due to give birth for several weeks yet. You never know. So my maternity team have asked that I take my notes with me, just in case. I do have travel insurance, which does cover me for being pregnant. So should the worst case scenario happen and I end up going into labour over there, I then have everything and they know what they need. I'm just going to take my maternity notes actually out of here because it's quite a big pack and it's quite heavy. But yeah, that's the gist. I've also packed all my pregnancy vitamins that you need. I've got some heartburn relief because it is playing me up like a good one lately. And I don't quite know what they call their kind of heartburn relief over there. So, and also I want some on the plane. So I'll take my own. I'm also taking my own paracetamol because I've been warned that they don't call it paracetamol over there. And I don't know what it's called. And also with being pregnant, I wouldn't normally take my own kind of like these normal medications with me. But with being pregnant, I just want to make sure that, if I do need something like this, which I probably might with all the walking, that I'm actually taking something that is safe. And finally are my flight socks. So again, these are recommended by my midwifery team. When you're pregnant, your circulation is quite poor, purely because obviously the baby basically nicks everything. And I do get pins and needles quite a lot already. If I sit just for a little bit of time. So at work, I often get pins and needles just from sitting. So I'm thinking like an 8-hour flight. I'm probably going to get the same, and to reduce risks and all that. So got some real sexy flight socks. I've taken them out of the box. I kept the box just so I could show you. But I'm taking out the box because, again, the box is actually quite bulky. And it is only really the socks that I need. So that is everything that I'm going to be packing. Probably most of it might actually go in my hand luggage, bar my maternity notes. So I'm going to sign off here because I'm now about to jump in the shower, do my hair. So I don't have to do that first thing in the morning. And then we're going to head down to Heathrow, which is really, really exciting. Yeah, and then I think our flight is at 8 o'clock tomorrow. So we need to be at the airport for 6. Probably leaving the hotel about 5:15. So yeah, if I can get showered and sort my hair and all that now it's one less thing to do in the morning. Mark is due home any second now. So yeah, as soon as he's back, we'll then be off. So I'm going to sign off here. I hope you've had a brilliant week, and I'll catch up with you soon. All right.